equal to 2x cubed minus 5x plus 5. So here we have the table. The range value of x is from minus 2 all the way to 2.5, and there is intervals of 0.5, 0.5. We take it only. So the interval is 0.5, 0.5. And therefore, from this equation, we need to plot a graph of y, x against y. So in this case, this part include y is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x plus 5. And therefore, we need to fill this particular table. After that, by drawing the graph of y is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 5, and that of a suitable straight line on the same axis determine the root of the equation 8x cubed minus 20x squared plus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. So this is the cubic graph that we are having, and therefore I'm going to use a calculator to fill in the data below. So let us begin. So we get to the calculator, and the first thing we need to note, so here the range value of x will start from minus 2, and therefore the difference is 0.5. 0.5 times 2, that is 1. So we move one step backwards from minus 2. Then from the calculator, we shall start at minus 3. So the calculator, let us insert minus 3. Then we shift RCL, then closure bracket. And then from there again alpha, closure bracket, we have x. Then we add the range, which is plus, the interval, which is 0.5, so plus 0.5. Then shift RCL, closure bracket, and then we insert the columns. Then I'm going to, since I want to start with the row for 2x cubed, I insert 2x cubed. Then when x is minus 2, y is 2x cubed is minus 16. When x is 1 minus 1.5, that is minus 6.75. When x is minus 1, 2x cubed is minus 2. When x is minus 0.5, 2x cubed is minus 0.25. When x is 0, 2x cubed is also 0. When x is 0.5, 2x cubed is 0.25. When x is 1, 2x cubed is 2. When x is 1.5, 2x cubed is 6.75. When x is 2, 2x cubed is 16. When x is 2.5, 2x cubed is 31.25. Then we do the same, we repeat the same for minus 5. Again, press the SC button twice so that it clears everything. I start again from the beginning, minus 3, shift RCL, closure bracket, then alpha, closure bracket, then plus 0.1, that is the interval, then shift RCL, closure bracket, then put the columns, then I enter minus 5x squared, that should be minus 5x squared minus 5x squared. Again, when x is minus 2, this will be minus 20. When x is minus 1.5, that value will be minus 11.25. When x is minus 1, it will be minus 5. When x is minus 0.5, we get minus 1.25. That's already filled. When x is 0, it will be 0, that value. When x is 0.5, the value will be minus 1.25. When x is 1, the value will be minus 5. When x is 1.5, the value will be minus 11.25. And the value is 2, and value will be minus 20. We already have the other one. I just confirm that it's minus that 1.25. And lastly, this is the constant value. So 5, 5, just 5, or group. Then the last step, now I just started the process again from the beginning and enter the whole equation so that now I get the value of y. So again, minus 3, and shift RCL, closure bracket, then alpha, closure bracket, then plus 0.5, that is the interval, then shift RCL, closure bracket, then place the colon, then enter the whole equation, 2x cubed, 2x cubed, then minus 5x squared, then plus 5. So press equals sign. When x is minus 2, y is minus that 1 already given. When x is minus 1.5, y is minus 13. When x is minus 1, y is minus 2. When x is minus 0.5, y is 3.5 already given. When x is 0, y is 5. When x is 0.5, y is 4. When x is 1, y is 2. When x is 1.5, y is 0.5. When x is 2, y is 1. And when x is 2.5, y is 5. So we are done with that. The same thing can also be achieved. The minus that one can also be achieved by adding these values relatively, so that we get the values of y all the way through. Fine. Now we are through with filling the table. So the next step we require now is now to draw the graph. Now we draw the graph of the given function, and therefore let us now work on the given function. So already that is the graph we have, and therefore we need to plot this. And therefore after that also we need, by drawing the graph of y is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 5, and that of a suitable straight line on the same axis. We are going to determine the roots of the equation. Alright, now what we actually need here is to have, how are we going to solve this? So let us do that now. Now here we have the grid whereby we are going to plot this cubic function, and for the x-axis one big square will represent 0.5, and for the y-axis we have the minimum value is negative 31, maximum is 5, and therefore we use one big square to represent 5 units, and therefore we can now draw the points. So we can now plot the point. So for this case here, so for this, now let us plot when x is minus 2 is here, y is minus 31. So minus 2 minus 31, so it's at that point. So we put that mark. Then when x is minus 1.5 here, y is minus 13. So minus 13. One small box here represents 1 unit. So minus 11, minus 12, minus 13 horizontally. So that's the point. We put a mark there. Then when x is minus 1, y is minus 2. When x is minus 1, y is minus 2. So minus 1, minus 2. So that's the point of that particular. When x is minus 0.5, y is 3.5. When x minus 0. So we have 1, 2, 3. So it's at that particular point, that point in between 3 and 4. Then when x is 0, y is 5. That mark. When x is 1, when x is 0.5, y is 4. When x is 0.5, y is 4. So 4 is at that point. Then when x is 1, y is 2. X is 1, move 2 steps upward. So that's where the point is. When x is 1.5, y is 0.5. So in between 0 and 1. So that's the point. When x is 2, y is 1. I'm very sorry. So yeah, when x is actually 1.5, y is 0.5 positive. So it's in between there. Then when x is 2, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 1. So that's the point. When x is 2.5, when x is 2.5, when x is 2.5, y is 5. That's the point. And then we are going to draw a smooth curve along here. So let us draw that smooth curve. So from this point, so that is the curve, and therefore we label it. That is y is equal to 2x cubed, then minus 5x squared, then plus 5. So that is the cubic graph we have drawn. So next, so by drawing the graph of y is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 5, and that of a suitable straight line on the same axis, we need to determine the root of the equation 8x cubed minus 20x squared plus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. So from the given graph that we drew, and that is y is equal to 2x cubed, y is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x squared, then plus the coefficient of x is 0, so we write plus 0x, then plus 5. And then the given equation, we need to draw the straight line. So that is, we start with 0. 0 is equal to 8x cubed minus 20x squared plus 6x, then plus 9. So we needed to eliminate x power 3 and x power 2, and therefore we need to make their coefficient to be the same for x cubed and x squared, so that we obtain a linear equation. So for the first equation, so to make it the coefficient to be equal to 8, so that the coefficient of x cubed are the same, the first equation, we are going to multiply by 4. So the first equation, we multiply by 4, then we are going to have 4y is equal to 8x cubed, then minus 20x squared, then 0 times 4 is 0x, then 5 times 4 is 20. Therefore, let me rewrite the given equation as 0 is equal to 8x cubed minus 20x squared plus 6x plus 9. So since we needed to eliminate the coefficient of x cubed and x squared, the two equations we are going to subtract so that we eliminate the coefficient of x squared and x cubed. So for 4y minus 0 is 4y, then that will be 0, then minus 20x squared minus 20x squared, we get again 0, then 0x minus 6x, we get minus 6x.
Then 20 plus 9 minus 9, we get plus 11. So we get 4y is equal to minus 6x plus 11. So we can divide both sides by 4. Therefore, y will be equal to, that will be minus 6 over 4x, then plus 11 over 4. But you can allow me to rewrite it in such a way that we are going to make a table, and therefore we can write it as y is equal to minus 6x plus 11 all over 4. Later we are going to write it in the simplified manner, so we can get the corresponding values of x and y near the origin. So we can at least pick some values like minus 2, 0, and 2. So when x is minus 2, we substitute into the equation to get the value of y. So minus 6 times minus 2, that is 12, plus 11, that is 23. 23 divided by 4, we end up getting 5.75. 5.75. Then when x is 0, minus 6 times 0 is 0, plus 11, we get 11 over 4, and that we get, that is 2.75. When x is 2, minus 6 times 2, that is minus 12, plus 11, that is minus 1 over 4, we get negative 0.25. So that's what we have. We are going to use it to plot the graph.
So now we can proceed since we are find this the linear equation y is equal to minus 3 over 2x plus 11 over 4, and here is what we have. So this is what we have. Now let us plot the points. When x is minus 2, y is 5.75. So we have at this point minus 2, so we have 5, 6, so almost 3/4 that part, so that's the point. Then when x is 0, y is 2.75, so we have 1, 2, 3, so just 3/4 of this box at that particular point. Then the other case, when x is 2, y is negative 0.25 in the negative direction at this particular point here. So since this one small box is 1, so we need 1/4 of it. So this we need to give an approximate value, and that will be the point. Now we can join those points that we have drawn using a straight line. So we can join the points. That is it. So this is the line, and we can label the position of this line, which is y is equal to minus 3 all over minus 3 over 2 x plus plus 11 over 4. So that is the equation, and now we need it to answer. So where the equation, this straight line cuts this cubic function, we read all the values. We read all the values. So we read all the values from here. That's why to cut there. So we read all the x values, and also at this point where it is, cut the curve at this point. So that means the values of x will be equal to either, that is minus 0.5, or we have here it is 1.5. So that's how we solve this question. And thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, maybe this question has helped you so much. So kindly subscribe to my channel and support me. You can also share to your friends. Let us meet during our next lesson. Thank you.